and Manny Pacquiao beats me, and he's the next champion. It felt a little. I felt humiliated.
The good thing is my favorite is De La Hoya, because De La Hoya is my inspiration in boxing when I start boxing.
Can he do it?
Quadra?
Can he do it? Absolutely.
That's a Mexican brand.
Manny Pacquiao's
Oscar needs.
he's a legend. You know,
some nice ones. Thank you.
he's a legend. I think he can do it.
It had started the way these things always do: no press release, no exclusive interview, just a ripple one line floating through boxing comment sections, TikTok captions, and Twitter threads. Oscar De La Hoya is training with Manny Pacquiao. No behind-the-scenes footage, no confirmation from either camp. But it didn't matter. The second those two names were mentioned in the same sentence, boxing fans lost their minds. Some laughed it off, some called it straight-up fake, others dead serious. If this is real, Barrios is in trouble. Let's clear it up. Oscar De La Hoya is not part of Pacquiao's official camp. He's not in the corner. He's not writing strategy on a whiteboard. But this rumor, it didn't spread because it was confirmed. It spread because fans wanted it to be true, because when the Golden Boy and Pac-Man show up in the same sentence after everything they've been through, you pay attention. This wasn't just a clickbait rumor, it was a legacy echo, a power shift reimagined, because sometimes even long after the final bell, one fighter can still cast a shadow across another's career. So today, we break it down, the real story behind the fake headline, and why even the idea of this Oscar training Manny still hits harder than most punches. It started with a sentence, no source, no confirmation, just whispers bouncing around TikTok, boxing, Twitter, and fan forums. Oscar De La Hoya is training with Manny Pacquiao within hours. People weren't asking if it was true, they were arguing why it made sense, and I'm just like, here's the truth. De La Hoya didn't join Team Pacquiao. There's no mitt work, no corner presence, no strategic breakdowns, but that didn't stop the story from spreading, because both men have been showing up in the fight world again. Oscar training Manny, preparing for his return against Mario Barrios, and that alone gave the rumor just enough fuel. You got spread over here, the clickbait titles did the rest. Fans started screenshotting old clips of Oscar training, others reposted Manny's
I'm gonna take this city bitty world by storms, and I'm just getting on, just like Muhammad Ali, they called him Cass.
here's the pad work, and then it snowballed. Oscar's back in shape, maybe he dropped by the gym, he respects Manny, maybe they talked game plan, but let's be real, Oscar isn't joining anyone's camp. What we're seeing is digital chaos, two legendary names moving at the same time, and the algorithm doing the matchmaking, and yet the reason people believed it for even a second, it's because something about it felt right, not logical, but
You got spread over here.
emotional, the old rivalry flipping into mentorship, one icon helping another push through one last storm. That's the story boxing fans crave, and sometimes a fake headline reveals the real truth. Even now, even after everything, Oscar and Manny still live in the same orbit. To understand why this rumor even landed, you have to go back December 6th, 2008, the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. The fight was called the Dream Match. Oscar De La Hoya, boxing's Golden Boy, the pay-per-view king, the crossover icon, facing a smaller, faster Filipino southpaw with something to prove. 45 pounds since capturing Olympic gold. His professional record stands at 44 fights, 39 victories, including. Most people thought it would be competitive, some thought it would be a mismatch, but in Oscar's favor, he was taller, he had the reach, he had the pedigree, but within 3 rounds it was clear this wasn't just another fight, this was an unfolding. Pacquiao wasn't just faster, he was relentless, precise, ruthless. He circled Oscar, froze him, broke him down with angles. The Golden Boy never adjusted to. By the end of round 8, Oscar wasn't responding, his corner stopped the fight, and just like that, Manny Pacquiao became the man who retired Oscar De La Hoya.
35 pounds. Since capturing Olympic gold, his professional record stands at 44 fights, 39 victories, including
That night wasn't just a passing of the torch, it was a surgical legacy shift. De La Hoya left the sport, Pacquiao ascended to global superstardom, and in a poetic twist, the man who was once promoted by Oscar would go on to eclipse him. That's why this rumor hits harder than it should, because when fans hear Oscar training Manny, what they're really hearing is forgiveness, evolution, respect. A rivalry turned into an alliance. The man who once couldn't stop him now guiding him. They were never meant to stand on the same side, but 16 years later, the idea of Oscar giving back to the man who ended his career, that's not just storytelling, that's legacy on loop. And that's why one fake headline set the boxing world on fire, because fans remember what happened the last time those two shared a ring, and
Actually took a very tough beating to get me out of the sport.
Like Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. I mean, he beat the hell out of me. Manny Pacquiao would be right in front of me. he would, after hitting me 15 times, and then I would be ready to hit him, and he would be wide open, and I couldn't pull the trigger.
That night, deep down, they want to see what would happen if they ever shared a corner. If this rumor had involved anyone else, it would have fizzled out in hours. But Oscar de la Hoya isn't just anyone, he's still one of boxing's most powerful names, and not just for what he did in the ring, but what he built outside of it. As founder of Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar isn't just watching the sport, he's shaping it. He's launched careers, negotiated mega fights, and occasionally stepped back into the gym himself. In the past few years, he's floated comeback ideas, sparred lightly in front of cameras, and weighed in on big matchups with surprising sharpness. He's also shown love to Pacquiao, they publicly calling him one of the best fighters of our era in multiple interviews, and that's what added fuel to the fire, because when Oscar talks about Pacquiao, it's not bitterness, it's respect, tactical respect, legacy-level respect. So when fans saw both men trending at once, Manny ramping up for a new fight and Oscar appearing more and more in training videos, the math felt easy. Maybe they linked up, maybe it's a private move, maybe Oscar's just trying to help one last time.